Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Old Guy Plays 1969, and the day is finally here. Although it be a couple of days late. I was hoping to start this on February 8th, but here we are, a few days later. Anyway, this is Season 2 of XCOM 2, Covert Infiltration. I think I finally settled on my mod pack. 615 mods. Now these comprise of mods that were done for Christopher Odd Season 8 and 9. So I pretty much have all his pack. And then Marbazer, I can never pronounce his channel, but Marbs, everybody calls him Marbs. But anyway, his channel, I watched his playthrough of Covert Infiltration and took some of the mods that he had on his. So, what do we have in store for this season? Well, we have 5-tier weapon overhaul because it puts weapons, makes them a little bit cheaper for you to buy, and gives you some stepping stones in between full mag and full plasma. So you get your coil weapons and your laser weapons in there. There is magnetic weapons, but they're kind of a downgrade from the true magnetic weapons. The true magnetic weapons would actually be coil weapons for that. So, total of 615 mods. I will talk about different things that I've tweaked and changed. Now, if you download my mod pack and use it, I don't think it's going to play the same way because I've gone into some of the files, especially Odd's tweak file, and I've added code from Marb's tweaks file. So my game is not going to play identical to yours. If I want to get a small channel, but if it does turn out that more people are interested in that end up following the series, then I'll try to figure out some way of getting that to you. So in the meantime, character pool. I've talked about this in my other videos upon getting ready to do this series. And I think I finally rested on the community, I'll call it, character pool, which consists of Ramia's site, Daffy's site, Chris Odd's site, Xavier's site, just to name a few off the top of my head. I'll put the links to all those wonderful channels in the video description. But it's a combination of all the characters from those sites. I mean, some of the players that do XCOM, they've not included a bio. I've done my best to make kind of a bio of either what I observed watching their series on those characters and put them in there and whatnot. We have a couple of new hero classes that are going to be introduced in my playthrough of XCOM 2. Those being the Proxians, and there'll be psionics that'll be available as well, but there's kind of something special to unlock those. We have some new points of interest mod that's available that will be on the map. Little things to try to help give XCOM a boost. Now, I didn't put all the baddies in that Marb's put in on his. I do get a lot of the mutons in there that are upgraded. Bio divisions in there. I don't have the Frost or Cryo division. That mod doesn't seem to play well with this pack very well in a few places. And like I say, I've taken some tweaks from Marb's file and I've added them to Chris Odd's file. We've kind of balanced out between the two mod packs. Nice way of having the character development, and I'll explain that as we go into it. So I am going to flip over to a couple other screens here to give you during this playthrough. But first of all, let's hop into the game feed. And let's start to go through the settings of what we want to do. And to kind of set this up, if you don't know the history kind of XCOM 2, in the first game, they lost the war. They didn't win, which is true for us as well, because we didn't win our first attempt at a modded run of this game. We fell flat on our faces. So, considering the war was lost, this takes place 20 years later. these guys first need to find something to get around with. That happens to be the Sky Ranger. So we're going to flip over to that. Start with first here. And this is what they found. And, you know, I can bring up the specs, if you like, on the Sky Ranger. Here they are there in all their glory. We found it. We're going to go ahead and rebuild it. That gives us something to move around with. And let's pop back into the game feed again. Back to the game. Let's go into the options here. For some reason the volume doesn't always play nice with this game. And I think we're going to change the music. Enemy unknown. Now there's two mods I can't live without now that I've tried them. And that's red fog, and you can't shoot when you're on fire. Now that affects XCOM as well as Advent. Okay, now the red fog, that only affects Advent, and I'll tell you why. Where we're playing Amalgamation, we're going to run into some really nasty baddies as we get going, and XCOM doesn't have a lot of advantages. Have a little sip of coffee there. Yeah, XCOM doesn't have a lot of advantages, and with Amalgamation, with things randomized, sometimes you'll end up with character classes that ain't all that good. But watching Marbs' playthrough, what he did is he took out the XCOM row of the soldier builds and allowed the character classes to pull from their natural pool from that last line. So I've implemented that code as well, so you'll see that as we're going. So hopefully these guys will be able to build out. I don't know if we'll get them all built out all the way through. And if for any reason that I find that this thing is becoming a complete cakewalk on legend difficulty, and we can add in some more baddies. So this has kind of been, or going to be, I should say, an experiment. When I did this the first time, I went all the way up to force level 20, and trust me, there was some real nasty guys that appeared. Let me turn this down a little bit more. I still think my volume's a little loud. That appeared in the later part of the game, to the point where I didn't think I was going to be able to finish it. But I did get to the last mission, so I know it is beatable. Although I didn't win the last mission, I kind of got scourged with it because there was a couple of, like I said, character classes that I wasn't happy with. But anyway, we'll do the playthrough. I know we're going to lose soldiers. If I draw a soldier that really doesn't have a bio, or is a little messed up or something, and somebody does pop into the comments and say, oh, I'd like to have a soldier, I would be willing to turn one of the existing soldiers in this playthrough into your soldier if need be. Now, I didn't get any sign-ups, but you know, I'm not discouraged about that. I'm a small channel, and I'm doing this because I enjoy playing games. Now, if you watch me and you enjoy my content, you know, of course I want to like, and I want you to subscribe to the channel, and you know, comment on what I'm doing and let me know if I'm doing a good job and all that stuff. You know, all that's greatly appreciated. All right, so let's go through the setup here. So I'm using Second Wave Plus, and I'm not going to change anything in here. The reason is because this mod doesn't play nice with the whole pack. The only thing that does play nice is Red Fog. So we are going to put on all enemy units and all machinery. So that's what they mean by fragile units. So what'll happen is when Advent gets hit, their aim's going to drop dramatically. And we'll be able to use that to our advantage. I mean, the reason why I'm you know, using this as well is the fact that Advent usually overall all of their troops end up with way more hit points than XCOM does. So it, you know, once we get going up there, once we start hitting level 12 to 15, it's going to take 4 shots of bad guy to kill them. So we are going to get hit. So, you know, you want, I guess you don't want Advent, you know, to have guys on the field with 80 aim constantly shooting you if they got 1 hit point left. So my thought is, if you're looking at it in terms of realism, you know, if you were shot, do you think your aim would be just as good? You wouldn't be in a little bit of pain or nothing like that? So that's how I'm playing that off. Okay, let's go to Legend. Let's reduce the voiceovers. Now I'm going to show you my options that I have in here. There's one new mod that I've added that Chris Odd doesn't have in his, and that's this alternate bleed out mechanics. Overkill. So all of the characters in my pool in this playthrough will have the ability to administer first aid to anybody that falls. So as long as characters don't take a huge amount of damage, there'll be a chance that they'll go into bleed out mode as opposed to just immediately dying. Because who hates losing soldiers? We all do. I mean, we're still going to lose them because there's going to be things that'll be happen that you absolutely are not going to be able to control. Another nice sip of more hot coffee. Yeah, so we got not created equal. We got the alternate bleed out mechanics. Now, I've been playing with doubling the timers because I found a couple of missions it was really, really tight. But why don't we make it hard on ourselves and leave it like that? But if we get too many missions that have a 4-turn timer or something like that pop up, there is another mod that you can add additional time to timers, and I'll go ahead, pardon me, I will go ahead and insert that if we're finding, you know, it's getting a little too short. I mean, this is going to be an experiment, folks. What can I say? So we got golden Requiem, so that means when we do some of the bases and stuff, we can end up with Requiem units in there. Scamper exhaustion, that's like when reinforcements from Advent hit the ground and they scamper, they can't shoot you right away. Well, I suppose if you're right smack in front of them, they do have the option of not scampering and shooting you. They can still do that. But this, more than likely, what this stops is after they scamper, they don't get a turn, which in the default game, after they scamper, then they get to shoot you, which is kind of not fair. Like, you know, first of all, they're taking their turn to land in, then scatter, and now they shouldn't get to shoot you. They should have to do that next turn. All right, and then we have permanent injury wounds and Requiem traits, but they can be removed in the infirmary, and then our busy skies. So we're all set up here. We're going to go. Let's see as the excitement builds. Oh no, we got a couple other things we're going to do here. We're going to do without Iron Man because can't play Iron Man with mods, man. I mean, it just, if you get a corrupt save and it saves it, then your game's done. We're going to click this off. What this does is it'll take the code in the game, and instead of locking in things like the Viper King and Queen and those kind of guys, these mega bosses, I'll call them, they won't get locked into facilities when we attack them. They can randomly show up on a mission. So got to be watchful or mindful of those guys. So let's see if the excitement will continue to build. Let's start our Season 2 playthrough of XCOM 2.
Accessing the feed now.
And I know a lot of people have probably seen these cutscenes a million times. I'm going to let it play through a little bit because there's still some other things about this playthrough that I'd like to explain.
They were telling the truth.
Or they're leading us into a trap.
A real big trap. What else can I tell you right off the bat about playing this mod pack?
This is central.
I can't think of it. Anyway, let's skip this part and we'll get to the excitement that continues to build.
Excitement continues to build as city centers across the globe prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Thousands line up at the site of
there's
the Great Accord,
Elsie Fontaine.
celebrating the formation of the Advent Coalition.
Will we see her again?
To humanity, 12 new gene therapy clinics will be opening in select cities by the end of the new year.
Despite the attempted attack by fringe elements, operations at the new facility
Ara
in Paris
Amari.
thankfully remain
Will we see her again?
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most beloved celebration, the speaker reaches out.
The speaker. Yes. Advent's puppet.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
Striking as we celebrate the benevolent savior who time and again offers only friendship and compassion. Yet these
I'm sure.
actions could never
You listen in the background. Attendance is mandatory. Yeah, well, here we go. Let's just skip this. And let's start Gatecrasher. And I know Gatecrasher is boring for a lot of people, but for me, I enjoy it because depending on the layout, what's going on. Sometimes I've lost a soldier on the first mission. Plus, I got a new mod. I know a lot of people use the briefing at the end of the mission to award an MVP or a commander's MVP. And I've installed a mod that's there that allows me to do medals like the original enemy unknown. So can't wait to see what band of ragtag soldiers we get. Now, I think we're getting a Templar start by the looks of that girl in purple. I don't remember what her name is.
One that they won't be able to cover up so easily. Move to secure the target site and eliminate any hostile contacts in the area.
Well, let's hit the ground. Let's see what XCOM has given us for our starting band of 6 soldiers. Yeah, you heard me right. 6 soldiers. Or is it 7?
Menace 1-5, we have a confirmed location for the VIP. Move to rendezvous. Eliminate all hostile contacts.
Okay, so we have Rick Red Noah, 67 aim. We have Biohazard, 68 aim. We have Raccoon. That would be a Templar, for sure. Samantha Raccoon. We have Glue. Yeah, I think that was in somebody's playthrough. Mr. Glue. We have Little Man. And is he one of Chris Odd's characters? I'm not sure. But it's not coming to mind right away. Okay, and this guy here is our Proxian. So let's zip on into some additional information. That's these guys here. They're from the system of Proxima Centauri. This was the only intel that we could gather before the start of Gatecrasher, which it turns out that these guys sent pods to our world, and the skirmishers found one of them and has reactivated it. Proxima B was a habitable exoplanet in the homeworld of the Proxian species, an advanced emergent robotic life. Pre-contact scans indicates the Proxians archived planetary unitary substructure, architecture, and stable energy production through natural harmonics without outside interference. There is a message that's down here. It's slightly decoded. We have launched all remaining soldiers to the planet. What might be our help us. Now, apparently, Advent it's not just stopped off at Earth. Anyway, let's zip back into Gatecrasher and get to enjoy this Proxian soldier. Let's start by moving him forward because his vision's the best.
The Advent officers seem more capable than the grunts. We're not sure whether to chalk it up to training or stricter mind control.
Oh, Bradford, I got the answer to that. Stricter mind control. And then we have Soy. This is one of those veil, like there's a cosmetic pack that I have in here, the something veil or something it's called, and the person that made that also released a character pack, so I downloaded that, stuck it in, so that's who this is. All right, so we know we got a pod over here, and I don't know if you noticed it, but briefly there was a bio soldier in there, Advent officer. Okay, so I think we should move a little bit more to the right and set up on the right to ambush these guys. Now, I don't know if they're going to move further north of the map, or are they going to move west of the map, or are they going to go east or come towards us in a southern fashion. No idea. So let's just maybe head for full cover over here.
Time to motor.
Everybody up here, I guess we'll take... Oh, I am an armchair general. Okay.
10-4.
Get everybody up here to half cover at least. I think we'll have at least one turn of movement before we're going to engage Advent anyway. Our Templar up here. A couple of these guys are going to be exposed. They don't mind because I don't think Advent's going to see them the first turn, so not too worried about it. Nope, they're going to move away from us, so that's even better. I don't know what's over there. They may end up turning around. Just gives us a little bit more room to set up. All right, so let's get us in full move range. Let's get our Templar in behind here. Blue's got low aim. We'll put him back here. Aim on little man isn't all that great either. Okay, now our proxy and soldier. Now I want to tell you something about these guys. If you decide to use them yourself, they're heavy. They're metal. Okay, so you got to be careful charging forward like this because sometimes this guy will just decide to go ahead and bust through the wall and alert the whole map. He's not very stealthy at times. Oh,
These guys make up the
spotted another pack, so now we got two to keep our eye on.
well equipped, but their obedience makes them predictable.
Another sip of coffee. All right, so let's just put everybody on Overwatch that we can.
Scanning.
Let's just see where Advent's gonna go. Yeah, those guys are gonna continue to walk away. You don't want any piece of us. No part of us. And what did this other pack do? Well, it certainly didn't move towards us. Let's get our proxy in. Okay, buddy, please hop the wall. Okay, and there's the last pod. Or is it part of that other pod we've seen? Okay, let's do a dash with Soy. Get her up here. Just try to get everybody in a little bit better positions. I'm gonna move Red Noah, Ricky Red Noah. His full name is also his nickname. Okay, put him up there.
On my way.
My Templar will get detected up here. Full cover there. Let's go up in the tower, maybe.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Let's move you up a little bit. Let's just overwatch because we got to see where everybody's going to go again. They're going to continue to move away from us. Sorry, I might be rubbing the mic with my mug. Okay, they're coming back. Now, just as long as the other pod up north there. Yeah, go on inside. Have a cup of tea or something.
Although they bear some resemblance to the
Thank you,
sectoids
Tigan.
encountered during the invasion, their genetic structure now includes human DNA. They are stronger.
Okay, we got shots on two of them here. Let's go into Overwatch. Okay. I'm a little concerned about moving too far because I don't want to get the other pod there activated. Let's see. Spin the camera around. What else can we do here? I mean, I'd like to go here. It's still only half cover in the direction they're facing. It's full cover on this group if they come out. But the thing is you don't want to move up too far because they get up there too far and I'm going to end up activating those guys. So how about we go... Let's go here.
Orders confirmed on the move.
Because there it tells me I got a shot on all four. Overwatch you. Definitely got to overwatch. Well, maybe I'll hunker down my Templar. I don't want her to shoot.
I'm on the move.
Let's get glue into full cover and overwatch.
Got it covered.
Okay, I don't like his angle. He can be shot pretty easy, so... I think I'll go half cover back here. Overwatch. Okay, our Proxian. Now our Proxian's got a couple of things that you don't normally get. He's got a rocket already that he can launch, and he also has Reckoning, which is kind of like a skirmisher attack with the like Ripjack sword. Okay, I'm gonna move him here and put him into Overwatch. No, I might want to hunker him down. Again, they're a little aggressive. Move her over here and Overwatch. I want to try to get these guys a little bit closer. I mean, if I activate them, maybe we'll all get a shot, but if not, they'll be perfect position for a Granada. Well, looks like we're going to end up activating that other pack after all, maybe. Well, maybe not. Okay, let's see. Let's, you into Overwatch. Maybe I'll get, Biohazard to open with a grenade. Let's see. What's his throw like here? We can get them all. Okay, yeah, and that's something about grenades that I've changed on this a little bit. I gave them a 1 tile more radius than they normally have. As a grenade's a destructive force, so I just want to allow for the concussion force of a grenade, so it can damage a little bit further out. All right, so I'm gonna get him to open. So not gonna do anything with my Templar. Let's glue into Overwatch. Overwatch little man. I'm not going to do anything with my Proxian, and let's Overwatch Soy. And all right, everybody, this is it. This is where the war begins.
Here, catch.
Okay, didn't kill any of them, but they're all wounded.
We're in their sights.
Or did we get one? Yeah, I think we did get one. Oh, he didn't make it. He didn't make it. He didn't make it. Nice ambush. Very nice ambush. Okay, and we can get our Templar up into full cover. And Overwatch. Now I'm expecting this other pod to come down here, so I'm going to get him into full cover. Gee, I knew they were that close. I just knew it. They come. Yeah, 15%. You weren't expecting a hit there, were you? Oof. Terrible shot there, too. Okay, so we want to open this up with a rocket. I think. So I want to take their... I'm not really too worried about damaging these guys. I just want to blow up their cover. Don't think I can quite get it done. What about a grenade? Grenade will do it.
You amuse me.
Now Advent will get their turn. Now there was one guy we couldn't damage, so he's got his full aim still. Sectoid's got 59. Ooh.
Incoming fire!
He's only got 30 aim now, but he can still hit you.
They're flanking my position!
Scott, oh. Well, that sucks. He took the high ground and got his hit in. See what I mean about this? Alright, now that soldier's bleeding out. Now, you don't start off with any med packs, but I can get a soldier over there and constantly apply first aid to keep them alive, which is something I'm going to try to do. 52%. Let's get into cover over here with biohazard. See if we can take that guy with the high ground out. Okay, our Templar. She's nowhere where she can do any good. Get her to chuck another grenade at the sectoid. Take away his cover. Oh, she's got the laugh, doesn't she? Okay, glue. 90. You'll be able to hit this, buddy. Nice shot. 31%. But you're out in the open. Get full cover here. 40%. That's not a great shot. See, reckoning I can hit him and probably kill him, but am I going to activate something else over here? I guess since he's the last guy, does it really matter?
Resistance is weakening on all fronts.
Go grab his loot. Yeah, Valerium Court. Grab a sip of coffee.
To your advantage.
Okay, so. There's the first aid. And what this does is it'll add 3 turns to the bleed out each time, and then of course each turn will take 1 away. So essentially all it's doing is adding 2. But yeah, so under normal circumstances that soldier would be dead under normal gate crasher rules. Now we only killed 7. And Gatecrasher always has 13 on legend level. So buy some more first aid. Let's move up. I think we're going to hit around the right hand side. There we go. There's another pod. This one's got a captain in it. Okay, the bad thing with this is I only got 4 turns left. Now, I could rend and kill this guy, but the question is where are we going to put our... Well, I suppose we could put our Templar here. Or we could parry. Well, let's see what I can do with those other 2 guys first. Well, blue is not going to be effective here, that's for sure. 52-54. He does got a grenade. I'm going to steal the spot that I was going to put the Templar in after. Let's see. Kind of the guy in the back. Jeez, yeah. Can I get? I get 2. I think I'll do that anyway. Okay, we still got our Proxian. Okay, the Proxian also gets 2 shots every turn. You are in danger of losing this territory. Do I go for another 65 or do I put him in cover? Let's have a look at somebody else. Our Templar. Definitely think we should go after the officer maybe, but if I attack him I'm going to set my ass on fire. Well, let's get this trooper. Get some focus. Okay. I'm not sure yet if I want to parry or move the hell out of the way. And get back here. Lou, can you do anything at all, bud? Could dash you up to here.
Stepping off.
Then our proxying guy. Could get that guy with a rocket. He ain't carrying loot, so let's do it. Good, he died. Nice. Now, I think I'm just gonna parry. I'm hoping standing out in the open like that's gonna suck that guy right in. No, he's running for help. Buy some more first aid here to Soy. Now, essentially what I've done here is I've kind of lost two soldiers to that one, keeping the other one alive. So far we're not doing too bad. Looks like I'm gonna have to dash again.
10-4.
Ah, geez, I know I'm gonna move up here, and I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to see that guy that ran away. I think what we should do is just get into position. If they come back looking for a little something more, we'll be ready for them. Where to put our Templar? Now that I moved out of there, I guess we can go back. And let us Overwatch. Overwatch. Okay, so I guess he didn't find his buddies right away. Let's do some more. Stayed. Rex already got his promotion anyway, so I'm not worried about leaving him behind. A biohazard. Jeez, I don't want to do a dash. Rather let them idiots come to me, but move up here.
On the move.
Little man up.
Unit ready.
Just do Overwatch. Everybody.
Got it covered. Got it covered. I'm in position. I've got movement here.
Because he probably went to get that other pod, which probably got 3 in it, so that'll make a pod of 4 coming at us, right?
Okay. Yeah.
On your order.
See if I can find that other pod. Jeez. They must have really hoofed it down the side of the building, so...
Moving to position.
So I wonder... Anywhere I move, I'm going to light myself on fire. Could probably get into this corner over here with little man. I think I'm going to also prepare for them coming through the building. So I may have to get Rick in position.
I guess that'll be okay.
Get over here. Alright, let's just put anybody into Overwatch that can go in. Yep, they're behind the building. We heard them talking. Okay. Great, you got no cover if you go for a look. Dash. There they are.
The aliens seem to use these drones mainly for citizens, but they're also armed for combat.
Okay, we have drones. Can get a shot at one of them here. Oh, it's a sucky shot. Do you know what? I'm going to take it. I hit him.
My fault.
It'll lower his aim a little bit. Rick, what can you do for us down here? Can't get a shot at that drone. I don't think you're a bad guy. You were there protecting our soldier. 53. Yeah, let's take a shot at the drone. That's a big miss. I'm up here to full cover it with biohazard. Take another shot on the drone. You may be wondering why I'm going after the drone, because he can make us short another man if he stuns us. Get into position over here with my Templar. I really charge forward, I think, with my Proxian. Okay. Ouch. I thought it was a graze. You going after my guy on the roof? Yep. Okay, I'm gonna have to move out of there. That's compromise. I'm getting stunned. I ain't moving out of there. Am I? No. Just moved up there. Okay. Alright. My turn, Advent. Yeah, I got Volt. Damage with Volt. Ooh, Volt would kill that guy and remove the Overwatch. Let's do it. Eat that. Okay. A great shot on that drone. The only problem is I'm not going to kill it. Move back into full cover. And I got to take a grenade to that because I got to shred the armor. Can't get up to help him any. What kind of a shot do we got on this guy? 32. Well, the last 30 shot had hit, so let's try it. Well, it can't be 30 for 30 every time, right? 46. That probably won't improve much. Let's just take your 2 shots and see if we can hit this guy at least once. Okay. Struck for 2. Struck for 3 total. Alright. Let's move Rick up here. Put him into Overwatch. Try to keep those guys pinned, maybe. Do the same over here with Biohazard. Are they gonna run? Nope. He is. Nice shot. Hit him for 3, so he's not going to be as effective. Okay. Well, that sucks. If I want to get a shot on that guy, I got to stand right out in the open. Let's try this one first. Nope. We're just going to shoot the fence down the way. Yeah. I get him with this guy? Nice. He is. He is neutralized. Okay. This is the only guy left, is he? Yep. Let's wrecking him. We'll run the Overwatch. Oh, he got us. It's alright, though. These guys are shielded. Alright. Let's to Overwatch. Everybody else. Overwatch. Okay, let's get our Proxian up here and hack this. 100% on whatever the first one is. Squad video. Soldier vision. Doesn't matter because this is it. Gate crasher is over. Well, there we go. Successful Operation Gatecrasher, but I did get 2 guys wounded on that, so it wasn't a flawless. And we did have a soldier go down, so they're going to be hurting for a bit. Let's have a look at the mission briefing. I did change some of the rewards in here as well, so 1 for 1 for Soycha. I don't know if that'll give her a promotion though. She went down early. Rick Red Nova, 1 for 2. Charles Biohazard Pain, 2 for 4. Oh, should we talk about these, right? That kill is mine. I've changed that. And not bad soldier. Finish off the most enemies previously damaged by others. Sneakiest, didn't change that one. Most exposed, ain't got time to bleed. Most high, never really changed any of those ones. Collateral damage, of course, is causing the most damage. Change that from wanton and destruction. So glue gets the MVP. So let's go ahead. I'll get to show everybody how the reward system will work. I always love the soundtrack in this game. Such a good job with this.
I would like to assure the citizens that our peacekeepers will stop at nothing to prevent further attacks by criminal elements such as the one that occurred today. The elders have total faith in our ability to overcome any and all threats to our peace.
So I got lucky there. I did have a soldier go down and I almost lost them. I mean, had the damage been a little bit higher, they wouldn't have went into bleed out mode. It would have been the end of them. So what's the verdict? 25 days. I might be able to use her for the retaliation mission. Okay, so reward medals. So here it is. Here's the new reward medal screen. Now, of course, we got to create the one for Commander's MVP. So let's give it a title, Commander's MVP. Let's give it a nice icon. I've added some extra ones in here with an extra mod. Now there's one I like, which is a silver one. So let's do that one. And then you can edit the description. So this is awarded to those who were the MVP of the mission. Yeah. Okay, so who was our MVP of the mission? Wasn't Soy, because she went down. So who was it? Glue. There he is. So we'll go down to Glue, click on Glue, go to Commander's MVP, and award selected. Yeah. And if we want to ever check the owners, we can look and see. See? That's his real name, his full name. Doesn't go by nicknames. Okay, and another thing we need to do is we need to go up here. There's a bunch of other ones. We'll read through them as we go here. So this one here is granted to unrivaled valor in the face of overwhelming alien threat. So I might award this one if the alien numbers are extremely high and the soldier had to heal several times but managed to stay alive. I might do that one. Now, there's this one here, the Gatecrasher honor. Did we give this one to everybody that participated in Gatecrasher? So we're going to award this to everybody. Everybody's getting this medal. Purple Heart. Award soldiers injured in the line of duty a mark of courage under fire and preservation through the pain. Well, I guess we're going to give that one to Soy. She's going to end up with 3 medals this first mission. Of Valor. These are the, you know, if somebody would have died, we give them that. Star of Vengeance, you get that for killing a Chosen. A Chosen? I can't talk. A Chosen. Heartstopper badge. Those are those 99% shots and you miss them and live to tell the tale. So there's that one. The Will Citation. Be an evac while you're unconscious. There is the Phoenix recommendation for soldiers that escape capture. The Vanguard Medal of Honor, the one that killed the Avatar after hijacking the Codex. That ain't going to happen until later in the game. Muton Breaker Medal, awarded for killing a Muton with a melee attack. Now, if you know about Mutons, they get a counterattack that they can, if you go in to attack them, they can attack you back immediately, and a lot of times it doesn't work out well for you, so that's why you would get an award for that. The Legion of Retribution, awarded to operatives who struck down a Chosen in their sanctum, ending the reign of terror once and for all. So whoever gets the kill in the sanctum. The Frostbite recommendation recognizes soldiers who freeze more than 3 enemies with a single frost bomb. Now that one's tricky because the radius on the frost bomb isn't all that big. The only tweak that I've made to the frost bomb is I gave it 1 more turn of time so that it'll freeze for 1 more turn, because Chris Odd, I think, had it set at 2 turns, and I think naturally it's set at 4. So I kind of just went in the middle and said, give me 3. So we did that. The Van Dorn ribbon. This is awarded to the soldier that gets carried unconsciously through Overwatch fire to the evac zone. So I've seen myself in different playthroughs have that happen. So that's there. The Reaper's Cross, who planted explosives at an alien facility and remained undetected for the entire mission. I've only ever done that once. Gone in with 1 Reaper under stealth and snuck all the way to the objective and planted a bomb. That is hard to do. So I don't know if we'll get that one awarded to anybody. Avengers Egregious. Award it to the soldier who participated in the defense of the Avenger. Well, hopefully we won't have to do that either. And the Last Light of Resistance. Award it to the final surviving soldier on a mission who completes the objective all alone. That's kind of the same as the other one, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I guess this is given to the soldier that goes in with a full squad, and he's the only one that comes out alive. Right? So there we go. So those are the awards that have been given. We got promotions for everybody, I think, except for our Templar and possibly our Proxian. Yeah, not enough kills for him either. So out of that for loot, we got an Illyrium core and some corpses. Got a turret wreck and a drone wreck. And this will be our engineer, Dennis Markovich. Dennis. Welcome, Dennis. We have a bond. So Rick and Soy. Well, I suppose they're bonded. He kept her ass alive. Let's do that one for sure. Let's confirm that one. You want a photo of it? Sure, why not? High five. She's glad to be alive, all thanks to him.
I hope our propaganda effort is not funded from my research budget.
Don't worry, Tigan. We'll make sure we stuff you full of Advent burgers. Okay, so that's our engineer. And our doctor is Dr. Jarl Aina Iho. And Rick gets dense hit. This unit has a strong hit against mental attacks, causing them to fall unconscious. Has strong hit against mental attacks, causing them to fall unconscious when mind control is successfully used against them. They will also wake up from being knocked out in all cases. Nice. Steady Dame. Aya Kippa Hatama will have +5 aim when they're in cover. That's a nice perk.
Commander to the research labs.
Alrighty. So Gatecrasher is done. Let's go to the research lab.
Impressive, isn't
well, I tell people that too sometimes. In the right situation.
To human life. If only the
same could be said for the rest of the aliens' technology, Commander. Dr. Richard Teigen, Chief Science Officer. I am responsible for the entirety of our research here, as well as the procedure you so recently underwent. Welcome to my lab, such as it is. I'm not sure what Central may have told you, but we found something while removing you from the alien stasis suit. A device implanted directly in your occipital lobe.
Not sure what an occipital lobe is, but it was in there. It was in there deep. It's in there real deep.
Know the precise nature of its function. However, given time and your approval, of course, Commander, I assure you, I will find out. Which brings to light an additional point. Though aspects of this facility are indeed impressive, I am but one man. Were you to direct additional support personnel and resources to me, I could substantially improve the speed of all our research. Farewell, Commander.
Farewell, Teigen. All right, research. Ta-da! Modular weapons, hybrid. And this will lead to the coil guns and alien biotech, which leads to autopsies. So, like everybody does, I'm going to be no different. I am going to go with modular weapons. Now, you may see down there it says rare lockbox, epic lockbox, unique or legendary lockbox. I do have Tesla's Rage loot mod installed, and I also did what Merbs did, and I installed the other one that also gives it a negative effect. So what happens is you may get a good weapon, but it also may have a bad thing attached to it as well. So sometimes that isn't always good, but it, you know, something to give XCOM a little push.
Research to be among the more intriguing options available.
Okay.
Begin work immediately.
And
I'll send word when a complete report is available.
Beastry, or I think somebody on Chris Odd's team made this, or he knows the guy that made this, or person. And I love this mod. You can get some details about the creatures you encountered, even poke them. Oh, doesn't like that too much. I get details on them as well. So we did encounter a biotrooper there, but we really didn't get to experience what he can do, because you don't want to. These guys can throw gas and stuff at you, but they're the same as a regular Advent trooper until we get into the later parts of the game, where they start to get even nastier as time goes on. All right, so regular trooper, our Advent officer who can mark targets, the Advent drone who can repair, shock, and stun. And then we have the Advent droid who can suppress and shoot. So that's our first amount of bad guys. I'm gonna go to the armory. That's where I'm going next. Okay, so I guess we should go in here and upgrade the soldiers that were on that mission. Now it looks like she needs a few more experience points, and so does Metal Mouth, our Proxian soldier.
Doctor, but what exactly did you do before the invasion?
At one time, I was employed as a biochemist in the pharmaceutical industry, mainly researching vaccine production techniques. Because of my background, I was rounded up by Advent and put to work in one of the very first gene therapy clinics.
Now I'm gonna have... Jeez, shut up, Teigen. I'm gonna have a look at the character pool, because one thing I have noticed with my character pool is a lot of times the last soldier in the pool ends up being a generic guy, even though I've changed the entire code to draw from the pool only, but it still seems to draw soldiers. Create one. So this guy isn't one from my pool. So what we'll do is what I like to do is I go by his name. So his name starts with a J. So we want a character that starts with a J. So let's bring him up again. We'll go to customize. Go to manage appearance. We'll get to have a look at this appearance manager mod. This is like cool. And we'll just get out and we'll look for somebody with the name that starts with the letter J, and hopefully we don't have anybody in our pool already with the letter J. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Come on, stop letting go of it. HJ. So who's the first guy? We got this Jack Red Rail Addison. So we'll click on him and all this stuff comes up here. Just make sure it's all in there and we'll apply the changes. There we go. And now he's Red Tail or Red Rail Addison instead of the generic guy at the bottom. I don't think I had any other red rail, did I? No, it doesn't look like it. I think we're good. All right, let's meet some more of my crew. So this is Soy. What can we turn her into? She's got a 66 aim. It's not the greatest, not the worst. Shotgun sword arc thrower or shotgun pistol empty. Mavericks get 2 shots. I think. No. The Maverick can use a bunch of different weapons. Combat medic and heavy, or assault, gunslinger, executioner. Shotgun rocket launcher. I think I'm going to go with this one because I like big booms. She's going to be out of the picture for a little bit anyway, so let's pick that one. Alright, so as you can see, the XCOM row is gone, but these are stuff that was generated from her character class, so from Assault. So these are all things that should be good for the Assault class. Okay, so she's got run and gun, Rocketeer, she's an officer, so she can hollow target. So the nice thing with her, we'll have a choice. We can either hollow target and shoot, or we can go big booms. So I like having options. I know Marbs doesn't. He likes to have a set build for the characters. He doesn't like to waste anything, but you know, I think that's the thing with amalgamation. It makes it so that they end up being versatile. So Rick Red Nova. Hey Ricky Red Nova. Oh, what pool he's from. He's got a 67 aim. What can we turn him into? Sharpshooter, infantry rocket liquidator, infantry combat medic knight, sniper grenade launcher, or shotgun wrist blade medic. I like this one because it has the medic tag, and I'll tell you why, because that medic tag is powerful. I love that. It's great for healing soldiers. He would also have the ripjack, and then he would have the shotgun, which does a lot of damage. So I think I'm going to pick this. So he's got Ripper and he's got Medic. Now I like that because you can restore a little bit of health to somebody, and if you carry a med kit, it's even better. I like that. Good build. And who we got? Charles Biohazard Payne. I like his look. He's pretty cool looking. Alright, what can we turn him into? Survivalist Combat Medic. So I could make him a sniper. 68 ain't too bad as a aim. It'll probably jump it up to like a 72 or a 73 if I make him a sharpshooter. I don't like him as a tech expert either though, because you know you need that hacker's laptop to really make them effective. Sentinel's no good on a sniper either, I don't think. Well, wait now. Those would be Sentinel on a shotgunist. Or the bit keeper. I'm liking this one because you would get the grappling hook. Yeah, I'll eventually be able to speak. Yeah. So I think this one. Infantry bit pilot keeper. And he can hack, or he gets sticky bomb protocol, castic protocol. Oh yeah, these are all good ones. Yeah, see, we'll have our, with the keeper, we can get like, given ammo and that sort of stuff. The other nice thing is where you got the spark bit, I can either shoot the rocket, or I can come down here and add this. Bring my hacking up. I mean, his hacking ain't all that great, so 68, 70 plus, that's not great, but Gives you options. And glue. What can we turn glue into? He's only got a 65 aim, so for me personally, I'd either pick something that's going to give him booms or protection. So bullpup, no. Sniper, definitely not. Gunner's a possibility, because you can shoot multiple times. You get the big gun, which does a lot of damage. Or we can go with assault and shield. But he's going to have to go down in the tube for some aim boost as soon as we can get him in there. Got to get him up to sergeant first. I think I'm going to go with gunner, gunslinger, sentinel. That way he'll have the big cannon, a pistol, or sentinel. And I do have these showing this time, so we can have a look, see what's coming up ahead of time, and kind of plan for the future if we want. And last but not least, Rex Little Man Marshall. Pretty cool looking uniform on that guy. He's got a 66. So again, not great. Salamander might be okay as far as chem throwers go with the Rocketeer perk. Pioneer might be good too. Sharpshooter's out of the question. Shadow Corpsman Tech Medic. Don't really like that build either. Pistol Vector Rifle. And I think when it says Tech Medic, it's you get a drone. Assault. Yeah, I think we're going to go with this. Infantry Blade Master Engineer, because he'll get a sword. And we can either switch the sword and go for the arc thrower instead. But I got a feeling he's going to be using the sword. Alright. Well, that is our guys. I'm going to go to engineering, but I'm also going to flip the screen over because there's a bit of backstory that I have for you guys before we go to engineering. So just something I came up with, I thought, for fun. So let's have a little read of this of, you know, where to begin. After the fall of XCOM, Bradford left and was hiding in some havens, moving around from place to place. He was drunk most of the time after having lost the war, and Dr. Valen was missing and believed to be captured by Advent. Dr. Raymond Shen moved away to China and took his daughter with him. The year was 2025. I would say that Dad did not talk much about the war, Commander, but he did say that he was in the process of upgrading an old ship called the Avenger from an old alien ship that Advent forgot about. I guess Advent didn't know of its existence, but the spokesman of my father did, Commander. He took me there as a child, and I learned the systems and the language of the computers and made a program to talk to the alien software. It was not easy. We've been using this as a base of operations, but we're still missing the power core to make this bird fly. It was here that we found a lead on the Sky Ranger, and that lead led to a resurgence, I will eventually be able to read this, of another resistance. That ship was easy to fix, and we got her up and running first. We rebuilt the ship slowly over time. Funding slowly trickled in from the spokesperson who has helped us, as other countries has helped us as well. The black market has helped to get parts we needed, but they've gone underground. The year now is 2030, and Dad has passed away, leaving me in charge of everything. We now have a crew and a few scattered soldiers that have joined us. The skirmishers say they have something that could help tip the balance. If they could figure the power system, we have gone there in the hope something gives us an advantage. We've also got word from the Reapers that the commander was found. Central is slowly overcoming his demons, and the commander is now free. They sent a Reaper to confirm. Dr. Tigan says he'll be on his feet soon. The year begins 2035, Commander, and the ship is yours. Well, there you go. There's the lore behind the whole XCOM. Let's go meet his daughter, Lily.
Okay. Reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from their old engine. Should fix that stabilization problem you had. Come on, Rover. It'll work. Commander! Getting our tech to talk to theirs is harder than you'd think. Lily Shen, Chief Engineer, at your service. You were probably expecting to see my father. In all that's happened, I'm guessing Central didn't tell you yet. He's gone. Dad gave everything he had to get us this far. This entire ship is his life's work. I know he would have loved to show you around the place himself. He used to talk about you a lot. You can be sure I'm ready to finish what he started. Might not look it, but from here, I can fabricate pretty much anything you come up with. And with a little more help, well, you'd be amazed with what I can do.
Well, you'll be put to the test.
It's an honor to finally meet you, Commander.
And there you have it. We're ready to start a full playthrough of XCOM 2. All right, the first thing we're going to want to do is start building facilities. Now, I'm pretty much or have been now that since I've been playing this for a while, a bit of a supply hoarder. I don't usually build anything right away. I try to clear out the top row first before I decide, because I like to have either the top right or the top left as a training facility, and I like to have this square as the resin dev, which is a new combination laboratory. So let's get our engineer working on this right away. Let's get him excavating this. That'll take 10 days. Now it'll be a little bit longer because we didn't get skirmisher start. I would have loved to have gotten the skirmisher start.
Dad sacrificed the only thing he had left to get this ship off the ground, and I won't let it be for nothing. She might be a little worse for wear right now, but with some new schematics and a little elbow grease, she'll be the toughest thing in the sky.
You probably noticed we don't have a lot of music here on the old Resistance radio. In fact, we don't have any music per se. It's not that I wouldn't love to rock the airwaves with some classic human death metal, but Advent's pretty much got all the good stuff locked down these days. Suppose I could hum a few bars.
Gotta love that DJ. Anyway, here's where we'll record the fallen soldiers if we have any. Well, I know we will at some point. I want to go back to the armory for 1 minute. I just want to show you how this works. So we got the metal case, and he's got the gate crasher on her. So as we go through, we'll be able to see the rewards on everybody. If they get more than one when I award it, it'll have a times button by it. You won't see it in here in the metal case. Or I clicked the wrong thing. You won't. I did it twice. You won't see it in here how many times they've had this award. But when we're in the other screen, when we get off the ship, we can look to see who has it, and it's got a multiplier there. So I guess in here you just want to see, I guess, that somebody had the reward, and she's got no kills yet to record, which is weird, because she should have a kill. She killed that one Advent soldier. But I think this goes by shots and kills, not special ability kills or explosions. I don't think it records those. All right, so we have our first bit of research underway. We got our backstory all done. We know what's going on. Now, I was going to add a different mod where you got to play the tutorial as a starter mission instead of Gatecrasher, but I couldn't figure out how to get Gatecrasher out, the original Gatecrasher mission out. So it stayed in, but then there was no enemies on the map, and you just ran to the objective and saved the engineer and scientist. I was like, I don't like that. I think there should be a couple enemies, but yeah. So that didn't play nice, so I got rid of it. It would have fit all in better with my tiles and screens, but I hope you enjoyed that. I just wanted to do something a little different. Let's head up to the bridge and let's see what the geoscape will have in store for us for this first scan.
Commander, good Good to see you on your feet.
Thank you, Central. All right. Oh, this is good for us to start with a scientist. So I'm going to fly right to there right away. And then I'm going to bring up the Covert Ops panel.
My people understand the value of our cooperation.
After Geist tells us all about the Templars.
Nothing more than raw materials for their design. We will take back our power and turn it against them.
Oh, will we?
I greet you as an ally facing a shared enemy. My followers seek balance with the psionic forces that flow through the earth and all its inhabitants. We channel this energy, aided by technology of our own design, to pursue justice for those who have fallen victim to the Elders and their servants.
Oh, yay. Oh, yay. All right. Oh, look at that. We get to go look for the skirmishers right away, and that'd be good because that'll help us increase our build speeds. So let's go ahead and assign some soldiers to this. This is going to take 14 days, so half a month. So these guys will probably be back before the retaliation mission. So, but I'm not going to send experienced soldiers. We're going to send rookies because we need to get these guys upgraded. So I'm going to send a couple of guys with pretty good aim. So let's send Rosal and Red Rook Taylor, because I still need a sharpshooter. Oh, don't have anybody else with super high aim, do we? Oh, we got Goonstone or Pacify. A few 68s. Let's just send a 65 with them. Let's send Abby. Now, these characters all have backstory and stuff. Maybe next episode we can get into that. If you guys want to see the backstories of the soldiers, we could certainly do that. It does add a little bit more to it. I know in their backgrounds, but I found, like with Christopher Odd's playthrough, when he did that, he read about them, he told you about them, but then we never really focused on that again ever in the playthrough, so it wasn't really important. I know people like Marbs and stuff doesn't worry about their backgrounds. He just always uses their nickname when he's talking about them, or their first name. So eventually you do get to know the characters, and I'll try to do that while we're doing the playthrough on this as well. So let's see here. We want to locate the black market as well, or do rumors. Definitely want to do rumors. It's only 5 days, and this will give us maybe some more points of interest on the map. So where it's only 5 days, let's pick some more strong aimed people. So Kara Goonstone, and let's take Traveler. Off you go.
We will begin the covert action immediately, Commander.
And do I want to uncover the black market right away? Because that takes, like, see, the thing is with this, it's just 20 days. But I'll tell you right now, it can take up to 25 days, because once I find it, then I got to scan to get it open. So it doesn't really consider that. All right, so let's throw in Echo. Yes, we do have stormtroopers in this, because all of the characters from Deafy, his playthrough, they were all stormtroopers. So this is Stormtrooper 1409. His nickname is Echo. And send, oh look, Red Rail Addison. Send him. Go find the black market for me, guys.
My followers will appreciate the support.
Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll scan until we find our first mission. Once we find the first mission, we'll wrap the video up. When we come back, we'll scan until we're ready to play said mission, and we'll do them that way. Rescue engineer. Oh my. Yeah, that expires in 2 days. See, I don't like to spread myself too thin at the beginning. Right now I got people out on all 3 of these. So I'm going to wait for the 5 days before I send somebody this one. Well, I shouldn't say I'm going to wait the 5 days, because this one will be over in 2. But I want to wait until this gets down to the bare minimum. There we go. Just popped up, basically telling me you only got 3 hours to go. So let's send a couple of people on this. Let's send Emerald. And we'll send Rico Suave. Off you go, Suave. Emerald. Notes to get engineer Frida Wagner. Okay, modular weapons will be ready in 3 hours. Okay, so we got those. Experimental chem thrower. Okay, I can unlock legendary lockboxes now in epic and rare. And I can add weapon upgrades. Now, alien biotech. Now, normally I would go after these because this will partially unlock coil guns and plated armor in 4 days, but I want to get an advantage on Advent as soon as I can, so I'm going right to magnetic weapons. Now, I know that's kind of early, but it is not the true magnetic weapons that the game normally gives you. These are like a step below. So, step up for your troops, but a step below the actual power level of a real magnetic weapon. The coil weapons are kind of the ones that replace the real mag weapons.
The aliens have considerable resources at their disposal, but we've still managed to do reasonably well against them, despite our own limitations.
Alright. And I've added some mods to help speed up the geoscape and stuff like that, just to make it faster. I've added in mods to add faster reloads and that sort of thing. Or scanning sites. So what did we get? 10 supplies. Or rookies. Rookies would be good. Did I finish scanning for that scientist? No, we got one more day on the scientist. Let's do that. That'll improve our research speed. And then let's go get these rookies. Now, I already know from playing multiple hours on this game, because I got close to 3,000 hours on it, that on March 20th will be the first retaliation mission, and we'll find out what Chosen's going to start hunting us at that point. So we pretty much have till the first supply drop to go ahead and just do whatever we want. That's why I wasn't too worried about the soldier getting injured on Gatecrasher. Okay, so we did have a recovery there. We got one person left wounded, so, and that'll just be Soy. She's still got 28 days left. She got hurt hard, right? She died. Well, she's seen the light anyway, but she came back. Now, some of these stop because these are running out of time, or they're going away, or whatever. Now, I've kind of set a rule about the Proxians, and it'll be the same rule that I'm going to kind of use when it comes to psionics, okay? So, we can run covert missions to get more Proxians, and as you can see in Gatecrasher, the Proxian soldier gets 2 shots right away and a rocket launcher. And as we get going, they get pretty strong. So, I don't want to tip the balance too much, so I'm going to use the rule of you can only have 1 Proxian for each faction, and we can only have 1 psionic per faction. So basically we can have 3 max because there's only 3 factions, but these guys later in the late game, they're harder to get and more riskier to get. So I don't think I had a playthrough where I had more than 2. There was one time that I did have 3, but it's very rare. Same with the psionics. But, you know, as I was saying in the beginning of this, because of us stacking and using the Amalgamation and Requiem Legion, the monsters are, and the bad guys, they're gonna get crazy. They're gonna get nuts. Okay, so we've got the first room cleared. We got 293 supplies, which is good. Start clearing the third one. got some guys that have leveled up because they uncovered some stuff. So, Goonstone. This is one of Ramia's characters from his playthrough. Got good old Goonstone. I think she was a healer in his. So, Shadow Support Keeper. She's got a 68 aim. Harbinger Grenader. Grenade launcher and cannon. Follow targeter. Gunner Corpsman Agent. Shadow Support Keeper. I actually like this one. It gives us a Shadow Agent. They also got a grenade launcher so that they're not entirely weak, because if you watch my first playthrough, I can't stand vector rifles. I think they're absolute crap. But anyway, yeah. My Keeper will allow them to grapple away if they need to, so I think I'm going to pick that. There we go. And then we have the Traveler. 68 aim. We still don't have a sharpshooter yet. Toxologist. A lot of options for chem thrower people. And eventually I'm going to want a chem thrower because we're going to get lost missions. I do have sharpshooter here. Ripper Officer. Sharpshooter Ripper Officer. Oh, here's a new one. This is one that Christopher Rod didn't have in his playthrough, nor Marbs, but I like this class. Pistolier, they're kind of cool. Tech Medic Gunslinger. Yeah, I think I'm going to grab this. 68 ain't too bad. Welcome to the team. Now I'll show you what this guy can do. You go to the loadout, and you go, give me a pistol. There we go. Double firing, rootin' tootin' cowboy. Look out. Okay.
With the commander running things, I've got plenty of time to focus on learning to fly this boat.
From what I've seen, you could use the practice.
Magnetic weapons in 6 days. So we are going to have the mag weapons for the assault, which is great. It's going to give us a little bit of an edge, and we're going to need it. If we get lucky, we might even get these rookies scanned and have a couple extra men.
Our action together is complete, Commander.
Okay, we got 2 promotions there, which is good. Suave Barnaby and Anna Emerald Almeida. Extract a VIP from an Advent city. What is this one? Okay, this is the rescue engineer. So we would have to field a group to go get that engineer in 2 days. Man. Kind of need 2 squads here to be able to do both of these because of the way the dates are going. Let's choose a class for this guy. Start off with 65. His aim ain't the greatest. But we can get Grenader, and he would have that medic skill. That's a beaut. Let's take that. And Emerald. Yeah, I like that look. Green eyes and green suit. Promotion. 66. Tank Buster Grenader. What I'd really like to get is a wrecker, because that's somebody who can shred armor. Scavenger Recon Officer. I really don't usually go with chem thrower people unless they have a 70 aim or better. Same with picking snipers. Because I know when they get that first boost, I want them to have the most maximum aim they're going to get. I like this one for her, though. Grenade Launcher Shotgun Executioner. Just pick some strong classes to start with. Yeah. Everybody's promoted. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. So in 4 days, we'll have these 2 back. Still got 3 rookies down here. 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jeez. We need 2 more people. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. Pull off both because this is in 2 days. And that's in 4. Keep scanning while I think about it. It was a click. So what we got now? 14 hours. Mission timer went down by 1. We really need that engineer. Problem is, we send a squad on that, and then we get the retaliation on the 20th. We need a squad to do that. Let's have a look at it. Moderate difficulty. He's got Medi shot. Oh yes, we even got SMGs in this available to us as well. Alright, so send our Pistolier on that. I want to keep our hero classes for the main assault. I will, little man. His bondmate can't go with him. Let's send our Shadow. Send Emerald. Actually, I won't send Emerald. I'll send Biohazard. I can send one more out of this group. I'm thinking little man can go. And maybe just stack it up with 2 rooks. Pacify. Kippa. Sad thing is, fellas, I really don't have any additional gear to give you. I got katanas, so I did install the katana mod. Can't really build anything at the moment. I mean, I don't want to build the Shadow Keeper. It's 24 supplies, and I can only make 1, so let's go for our Pistolier. City Center. Yeah, let's do that.
We will begin the covert action immediately, Commander.
It's going to be a hard mission because I got 2 rookies on that and 4 trained soldiers, but they're not my grade A guys, in my opinion. Because my other guys, I'm going to need them for the retaliation that's going to happen. It's okay, we did get 2 more rookies back, so that's good. So Lawrence Bayard and Jackson Hopper. And we got our mag weapons now.
I am sure you will find the results to be as intriguing as I do, Commander.
Shorty.
If we intend on discovering
Starter
the
mag.
purpose of the chip we expect
Mag pistol, shard gun.
need to conduct the appropriate research as
Proof
soon as
pistols. Proof pistols. I don't want to do this since we have a pistol here and I missed. Instead of going for Gauss weapons right away. Can I sacrifice the 10 days to do this? Yeah, I guess if I'm going to do it, you're going to want to do it in the early game and not in the late game.
The resistance is slightly more organized.
Hey, Tigan. Lyrium crystals. So what do we got? We got supplies. Lyrium crystals. I want to go after supplies. Scan this until, because I know the retail mission's going to be the next thing probably.
We had some wounded soldiers.
Okay, we got ourselves a skirmisher and she's hurt.
With a few days rest, they'll be ready.
What skirm did we get? Ooh, that's from Odd's last campaign. That is Amy Pollux, I think. Gotta be stopped. 2 days. Word from our informants that Avon has recently arrested one of our resistance leaders. In order to rescue Alex Salvador, a psionic, we need to find out where Advent's keeping them. Oh God, why did that have to pop? Oh wait, now we get 2 rookies. You know, at least send them on the covert infiltration to start with. It's Lefty Lou, Lawrence Sunset Bayward. There we go.
My followers will lead this action to victory.
Nice. Now, but can continue going after those supplies that's there, or do I decrease my time? Now let's do this.
Our cooperation
Wow.
has proven to be a boon to the resistance.
Okay, so the covert infiltration we got done for the mission pop, so I might be able to promote a couple of more soldiers. Yeah, Amy Pollux, Penton. Okay, so what'd she get? Lightning reflexes, combat fitness, interrogator. I like combat fitness.
See the allure of the Advent therapy clinic.
Grab that.
A few minutes under the knife and you've got a clean bill of health.
Rosalind Rook Taylor.
Too bad you need a chip to get
Oh, she's got 70 aim. Can we turn her maybe into a sniper? No, great. See, the option is not available to us. Don't have any bullpuppers yet, and I don't like bullpups either, but get good aim on them, they're not bad. Pioneer. Don't want Sentinel on a M-thrower guy. Brook Combat Medic Executioner. I think I like this one. Marauder Brigand Agent. There we go. Lou Lefty Ryan. 65. Like to have him with booms since his aim ain't great. SWAT Soldier Liquidator. Shotgun Sniper Rifle Grenade Launcher. Survivalist Iron Sights Companion. You know, Iron Sights, you don't really need a high aim on that one because that one does the tracking shot. I'm going to do that. It will up his aim some, 69. Still going to need some improvements in that area for sure. And she won't be available for 11 days. She's got 65. Should be good boomer as well. So Grenader, adversary, sniper. Don't really like a sniper as far as grenaders go. Wrist blade, sawed off. Maybe this one. Infantry ripper. Bullpup gremlin. Gremlin. She got a hack. Yeah, she got 6. Combat medic, combat engineer. That'd be like double the. That'd be like double the drone things, and we'll go with that. Oh, look, she got kinetic plating. That's good. Riot control. Yeah, that'll help. Cauterize, rescue protocol. I always like to give them the laptop right away so I don't forget. Alright, so Sunset Bayward. 65 aim on him too. That pilot's good. They'll give him booms. Scavenger. Medic. Booms, healing, and scavenger. He really a major support class. Harbinger. Blade Master. Engineer. Marathonist. Probably gonna go Marathonist, Rocketeer, Sentinel. Because where's aim ain't all that good. Booms are extra shots. Implacable. That's a nice one to get. Score a move after a kill. Alrighty. Alright, we definitely can field a squad now. Alright. I think we only got 2 days before the infiltration occurs. And this one will happen in 2 days, so I can still do this one, but I'm not going to be able to do it until after I got the retaliation mission done, because I don't know how banged up I'm going to be from that. And I already went after this engineer, so I may even have to let this one go by and hope that I get another chance at another psionic later. It's such a good class though, right?
Nothing on the local
There it
front.
is.
Advent's been quiet lately. I'm guessing we have you to thank for
Yes,
that.
you do.
Our pleasure, Den Mother. Enjoy it while it
Okay,
lasts.
well, there's the retaliation mission. Let's view it. We did get a sit rep on it. Resistance contacts uncover civilians in the combat zone, can be effective for valuable intel rewards. Okay, that's good. All right, so we have the retaliation mission popped, and I'm going to put a save in here, and when we come back, we'll come back to XCOM and we will do the retaliation. Thank you so much for watching. If you want a soldier, make sure you say so down in the comments. We maybe can still get you into the playthrough. And hope you enjoy Season 2 of XCOM 2. Till the next video, everybody. Bye-bye.